What it is, everybody, it's your boy Jada Gemini, and today is gonna be a different type of reaction video. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I have multiple facets. Like it's still a reaction video, but we just gonna react to something different today. You know what I mean? You squeeze me. Hopefully you don't. But yeah, today we just gonna talk a little bit about the avenue I chose and some stuff I chose to get into and why I chose to get into that stuff. So today, like I always tell you, I've been living under a rock for like the past while. Bro, I did not know the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 trailer was already out. That's insane to me. Like I love Sonic. Me and Sonic go back like do rags and waves. You feel me? So I did not know this trailer was out. And for those that don't know or those that weren't there for the beginning, Sonic almost wasn't what he is today. Like my boy almost was looking like a possum. Like until the decision of one fan, one fan got on his computer and recreated like the design, the image for Sonic that they gave us. A fan went online and like made his own fan art of what he felt like Sonic should look like. They canceled the whole movie and redid the entire thing. You feel me? Based off some one fan did. And that's why I think like character designers and animators and all that are so important. For this, let me put on my glasses. Um so with that being said, um it's gonna be like a little reaction video slash story time. Let me get a little chin room so I could be in my chin. Um, so today's story time is gonna be kind of like why I decided to get into character animation. You feel me? Why I decided to go to college for it. So in school, I was always kind of like a troublemaker, right? And I was smart, but in school I felt like now today I felt like I was ahead of the game but I was behind the game. And this is what I tell people all the time, like, bro, if you're smart, do good in school, because college is going to give you tools to get, how do I put this? Not everybody's going to be famous. Not everybody's going to be rich. Not everybody's going to be famous. So for the majority of people that decide to take a different avenue, because it is okay working a job. I don't ever want to push the narrative that it's just not okay working. If that's what you want to do, because the camera ain't for everybody. Everybody don't want to be in front of the camera. Like it takes a lot of courage and it takes a lot of character and qualities that you as a person have to get in front of this camera and do what we do. You know what I'm saying? So not everybody wants to do that. Some people just want to sit in the library and be left alone and just do their Dougie. That's cool. So for those people, stay out of trouble and do good in school. I don't use anything. Majority of the stuff I went to high school for, I did not use. I don't use to this day. But I wish I still would have applied myself and did good, because when you get out into the real world and when you start deciding like what you want your career job to be, for some reason people want to ask for like diplomas and degrees and all this. That's what high school would like kind of prepare you for. But with that being said, yeah, I was in trouble most of my high school career, bro. And like I had to repeat grades and everything, bro. It was embarrassing at one point, cuz like, you know what I'm saying, all my friends end up going further and like graduating and stuff, and then I was just stuck in there. Like, bro, it was a point in time like my homie was picking me up from school. Like he had just graduated the year before, and this nigga over here picking me up from school and we, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, he's like, hey man, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm finna come get you. We finna whoop de whoop. I'd be like, yeah, yeah, let's slide, man. So now that I think about it, it was an embarrassing time. I ain't gonna lie, but it's something that made me learn a lot about myself. You feel me? Cause it'd be a lot of times where I didn't really want to be home for real. You feel me? Like I just wanted to be around people, around friends, laugh, have a good time, because that's when I really be smiling the most. And I ain't never want that to end. I ain't never want that feeling to end. You feel me? So, boom, I always be getting in trouble. And that last year in high school, that's when my eyes like really opened up for real to like, you know what I'm saying, a lot of realizations in life. You feel me? And I was like, man, like just looking at the younger people while I was in high school, I was like y'all know how it be. Like you got freshmen, sophomores, juniors, seniors, and I just be looking at them niggas. And I'd be like, nigga, you don't have to. Like, why are you doing that? You don't have to do. And one day it just snapped. I was like, I bet. And that's kind of like when I stopped getting in trouble for real, cause I was like, nigga, it don't, the stuff you making it don't have to be all that. Like it really don't. And that's when you start learning like, well, I started learning to like uh effectively communicate and like I really took advantage of my words because what I wasn't realizing is a lot of the wars that I was going through could have been won with words. A lot of wars that's going on today are won with wars. I mean, with words. You know what I'm saying? Conversation rule the nation. You feel me? So, a lot of times I get in trouble. I be, man, whoop, whoop. When in reality, it just be like, bro, just apologize and say it won't happen again. And then thinking on that, that's how majority of jobs are. Like, people don't want to just get you in trouble. They ain't out to just get you. They're, you know what I'm saying? Because you never know what they might be going through. You never know how long of a day they may have had. And then for you not to alleviate it, but you to contribute to the stress they're going through, it's like, nigga, just apologize and say it ain't gonna happen again. So, that was something I had to learn, bro. Like, but I had to sit there and watch the younger people like literally I would like because I love people watching. I love watching people. That's one thing about me because I like studying human behavior. Like I like to know why people do what they do, what it looks like when they're about to do certain things. I love it. I love it. So I just be sitting there watching. I'm like, and I study the situation. I'd be like, that didn't have to happen that way. Like, why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? So from there, um, I guess I kind of hit like a super mature, like if a high school senior is right here on the maturity level and a freshman is right here, I jumped up to like up here, bro. Cause like I just started looking at situations different. I started puzzling and piecing things together differently than everybody else. Um, because I was smart. I've always been smart, but I was failing in school so bad because I didn't care about it. I didn't care. I thought in my head like, man, I ain't going to college no way. It's nothing I want to go to college for. Blah blah blah. Whoop de whoop. And it was so bad to the point, bro. In I'm being as transparent as possible with y'all too. In ninth grade, I actually took a graphics design class. I made a 7 in that class. I think either a 7 or a 13. That's like if you going in there and you putting your name on the paper. So I made like either a 7 or a 13. Took an art class. I failed that. And I was the dude in school that drew. Like I would draw in art school. So that's when I really realized like it's not because I knew how to draw and I knew how to draw well, but I always had a problem with the learning process and the fundamentals of art. I always thought art was just something, you pick up a pencil and just, for me, that's what it was. And that's like the gist of it. Like, it's something either you know how to do or you don't know how to do. But that's not true. It can be taught. You can teach somebody how to do art. You feel me? Just like you could teach somebody how to sing, you could teach somebody how to dance, you could teach somebody how to play an instrument. Everything can be taught. Don't ever let somebody tell you, oh, well, I don't think I can teach you. It's either something you do have or you don't. That's not true whatsoever. You could teach anything if it's on this planet Earth, you can teach somebody how to do it. Just like people teach babies to walk, to speak English. I've met people that speak 3 different languages before. I've met people that speak 5 different languages. You can learn fluently. You can learn anything on this planet Earth. You feel me? So, with that being said, I'll never forget it. Like, I made such a bad grade in that class, and but I was smart enough because I knew if I brought home a bad report card, my mom was gonna whip my ass. So I was smart enough. I went into the graphics class, uploaded my report card to, um, I scanned it through the printer, uploaded it to my computer, edited my fucking report card on Photoshop, and the librarian saw it, and she was like, "I'm not printing that out." Yeah, alright, whatever. Sent it to my student email, the edited version of my report card. I literally went inside the computer, changed the grades through Photoshop, sent it to my student email, went to the library, and then printed that out. So it's not like I was stupid or nothing. Like, I just didn't want to do the particular assignments. I had a problem with curriculum, discipline, and structure of school. You feel me? Because if you're smart enough to even come up with a concept like that, like that's some stuff you'll see in a movie or something. If you smart enough to even come up with a concept like that, it's like you're not stupid, bro. Like, so while everybody else was pulling the and I did this in ninth grade too. So while everybody else was pulling the, oh, I can't find my report card scheme, I'm like, shoot. Yeah, I got a report card for you, alright? And so with that being said, yeah, fast forward to my second senior year. Um I was way more chill, bro. Like, I was way more chill because a lot of situations, that's when I realized, like, a lot of situations that I was in, I put myself in. Like, every fight I got in, every expulsion I got in, every suspension, every ISS I got in, I did that. And that's a realization that a lot of kids at that age don't want to realize or don't want to take accountability for. So, my last senior year, I what was I doing? I was in alternative school. I ended up going back to regular school for like the last 2 semesters, and I only had 4 classes. Like four. No, I might have only had 2 classes. I only had like 2 real classes. So really, um, I only had like 2 real classes, and I didn't have to be to school till like 10:30. School started at 11:45, you feel me? But the bus came at 6:30, 6:30, tripping. I still got up and got on the bus, bro. I know a lot of people was like, oh man, if I ain't gotta be here to 10:30, I ain't coming to. But my mom's had to work. You feel me? I was raised by a single mom. My mom's had to work. I didn't want to walk, and shoot, I ain't had nothing else to do. What I was gonna sit home and Like I wasn't no dude that just like to sit in front of the T. I ain't like that now. Unless I'm watching like a straight up series, I ain't no dude that just like to sit up and watch TV for like hours upon hours upon hours. Like I don't like to do that. So, cause it's boring to me. You know what I'm saying? So I I don't know. I got up and I went to school. And when I went to school, shoot, I ain't had nothing to do. Like you know how you go to school, get off the bus, go to school, you in breakfast. I ain't eat breakfast cause I ain't want it for real. So now from 7:45 to 11:30, had a free hour. Then after that, no, I had a free couple hours. Then after that, I have to take a computer class, which accounted for as one class. I had maybe a science class. No, I took a computer class. I took one extracurricular, and then um, I think I took my math class on the computer. Shout out to computer math. Um, and I want to say lit in history, and that's kind of. But then again, I might have only had. I don't know, bro, but I know it was like around 4 or 3. So after that, bro, um, man, it was I had so much free time within school. So when I went to my student advisor, I was like, shoot, y'all know usually y'all thinking like, yeah, I want to fill this with gym. Bro, I ended up having two PE classes because that's all I wanted to do. Like, shoot, coach throw out them basketballs, boom, it's time to hoop, nigga. And you got two, three, four of them in a row. Come on. But I ended up getting in trouble again. And no, I didn't get in trouble. I failed a class on the computer. I know y'all thinking like, how did you do that? But something had happened. Something had. I don't necessarily. It probably was my fault, but something had happened. I ended up failing the class. I ended up having to take it in person. So she took one of my extracurriculars away and replaced it with a marketing class. That's where I met my ex. But this ain't about her. This is about this. Um, so boom, I probably had one gym class, and now I got 5 classes that I have to sit in. Two on the computer, one in person, and then one marketing class, right? I needed that to graduate. So you have to take, well, school day is 8 classes, right? That's a regular school day from 7:45 to 2:45. It's 8 classes, right? So I'm thinking, I'm like, shoot, let me go find something to do. And that's exactly what I did, bro. And that's when I realized, like, bro, these extracurriculars slick a little bit more important than your actual classes. Like, your extracurriculars are life classes. Like, you got home economics, you got graphic design, you got physical education, weightlifting, you got all these classes. Like, it's slick a little bit more important. But, you know, I personally felt like, and I had the epiphany, and I was like, shoot, if if it's my last year in high school, I might as well leave with something valuable, right? So fast forward, um, we fast forward, and what happened? Oh, I remember. They fired the graphics teacher that I had from ninth grade, and they replaced the graphics teacher with this young dude. Bro was like 25 at the time. I mind you, I'm like 18. Bro, like 25. Graphics class is big as hell, too. keep that in mind. They have everything you need to do anything relatively pertaining to graphics, whether it be making a shirt, whether it be laser printing, whether it be laser engraving. They had graphic tablets, they had Macs, they had PCs, they had everything, bro. So I came to him. His name was Justin. I never forget him. Came to him. I was like, um, I don't even remember his last name. That's how cool he is. Like, he'll let students call him by his first name. He didn't care. So I came to him one day and I was like, hey, I got like 3 open periods where I don't have class. Like, is there any way I could sit in here? Never forget, bro said, yeah, you can sit in here as long as you don't disturb my class. And I'm a teacher, I have class to teach, so I ain't really gonna be able to teach you nothing, but you definitely can sit in here. That changed my life. You feel me? That statement right there, because that's when I started to think, like, I didn't realize the potential of graphic design until I really got into that class. You feel me? So I got on the internet one day. I saw this dope picture, bro. Like, super dope picture. It was a nigga and a black guy in a Dragon Ball Z outfit, and I was like, bro, that's fire. You did that with graphic design? You did that with Adobe Illustrator? He was like, yeah, bro. Well, no, it was online, so I didn't even. It was on Facebook actually, so it wasn't even nobody I really could ask. I was like, dang, you can do that? So that's when I went around asking people. I asked everybody in the graphics class. I was like, hey, can you do this? Hey, can you do this? Hey, can you do this? No, 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 because they ain't know how. You feel me? But for me to see that potential in graphic design, I knew that's what I wanted to do. For sure, for sure. So that's when I was like, shoot, that's when I really started discovering like YouTube Academy for sure. I was 19. I never forget it. Discovered YouTube Academy, and that's when I really like started learning the concept of like, bro, you really could teach yourself anything you want to do. Anything you want to do, you could teach yourself. So I started teaching myself how to do it, and I actually made my first graphic design. I made it with a mouse, like straight up. I was watching Chi World. Shout out to Chi World. I was watching Chi World at the time, and he made it look simple. Like, I didn't know it was that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know it was that easy. You feel me? Well, it's not easy, but I didn't know it was possible. Like, I'm talking about the concept of just teaching yourself and then going to do it. Teaching yourself what you want to know, what you need to know, and then going to do it. And so I made my first graphic. Boom. This nigga done said, the teacher came over one day. He was like, wow, those layers are amazing. Are you taking graphic design next year? And I was like, nah, I'm graduating this year. He was like, because he was about to ask me to be an AP graphics. I actually think he did. He was like, you want to take AP graphic design next year? I was like, man, I would, but I'm graduating this year, bro. And that right there let me know, if I would have stayed in school, um, if I hadn't been bullshitting, bro, and I would have learned that concept earlier and like really been in school, bro, I probably would have had like a scholarship, bro. Like, straight up. I would have been in AP graphic design, and I would have been the best in the school, because after I graduated, I was the best graphic designer in the city that I was living in, because I kept pursuing it. And when I moved out, when I was 19, when I moved out, I got my taxes back, and I immediately spent that. I had a sugar mama at the time. She helped me move in her little Dodge Charger or whatever. And when I got my taxes back, I spent that on a Mac PC and a big ass graphic tablet. I had a job. I was working for $10 an hour, and it was hell, bro. I remember some nights we had been in that motherfucker from because it was supposed to be a 9 to 5. So sometimes we had been in there from 9 in the morning to like 2, 3, 4 in the morning, making $10 an hour. Come on now. So with that being said, it was what that's when my life's kind of like started elevating because I was learning how to do so much, bro. Like I was learning how to make logos, animations, logo designs. I was learning how to what else? I was learning how to make shirts. Like I could make a shirt like that, bro. Like I was learning how to do everything, and I didn't capitalize on that because I wasn't making shirts. That's when I kind of realized like I don't really like making stuff for other people if it's not going anywhere. And a lot of people would just have you waste your time. So, um, I didn't really like making stuff for other people because either they'll disappear after it's made, or people like really criticize your art and make you feel bad for like something that took you days, hours to do. And then that's when I realized I'm like, man, this ain't it. I want people to like my art. Like I want people to be a fan of my art and come to me for the art that I'm making. So fast forward, um, that's when I realized like, and I've always had a progressive mindset, right? And I realized like just doing regular regular graphics wasn't enough for me, right? Like I wanted stuff to move. I wanted to make stuff move. I wanted to learn how to do, because I always knew like it's more. It's got to be more. It's more, more, more. I wanted to make stuff move, man. And then I started learning and getting into 3D graphics. No, 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 no. I'm skipping. I started trying to make an anime, right? I started trying to make an anime 2D, and that process is so tedious, bro. And then it's like so many fundamentals you have to learn to be good, and then um it can be lazy and you can still get away with it. But at the same time, when you really watching an anime or you're watching a show and you know what you're looking at, it's completely different. You feel me? So, boom. I started like turning into the mind of an animator, and that's when I really started learning like what I'm looking at, what to look for. Does this look good? Does this look bad? Could I do this? And I started really realizing like, bro, animators, psh, they have a hell of a job, bro. So then fast forward 2023, I left the city I was in. I left because everybody in the city was like, they were so planted in a mindset of like, well, this job making $15 an hour ain't really that bad. Like, if I really work for blah 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 amount of time, then I really can. It's like, nigga, you got the whole world at your disposal, bro. You can do so much more. You can do so much more. Like, this is it for you, bro. Like, and it just was an uncomfortable feeling seeing so many like walking corpses. That's what I like to call them. Like, they just soulless bodies. They just walking corpse. Like, you got people 50, 60 years old working a job, making the same amount of money you're making as a 23, 22-year old. That never sat right with me ever. I was like, nigga, because it was always a question in my head, like, nigga, this is it. This is it for you. This is what you like. And that's okay if it is, but for me, I was never meant to be that. Like, I think anybody that's famous will tell you straight up, like, it's a feeling. Like, it's a feeling that just as sure as you know 2 plus 2 is 4, that's how sure you are that you're different and you're special and you're gonna be somebody in the world. Like you can't not feel it. You feel me? So from there, um, what happened? I left. Boom, left. I went to Savannah, and everybody was telling me about SCAD. SCAD, SCAD, SCAD. Go to school for creative arts. Blah blah blah. Yada yada yada. And I asked them how much it was because I've never even thought about the concept of going to college before. And they was like, "Oh, it's expensive, man. It's like blah 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 a semester." I was like, "Hey, ish." So then I started thinking about going to Savannah Tech for film creation. But that's not really where my heart is, bro. Like I love anime. I love creating and I love anime. And film creation just ain't like it's cool because eventually it's gonna come into play when it comes to making a show or something of the nature. But it just wasn't, you know what I'm saying, where my heart and my mind was. That's the best I could put it. So with that being said, what did I do? I was sitting one day, I was at work as a carpenter. You feel me? I was at work as a carpenter. I was making 17 bucks an hour. I never forget this day. I was talking to my lady at the time. I was like, man, it'd be dope to be able to go to SCAD, but they don't even have the, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to do nothing there. Like, SCAD didn't really have nothing that I wanted to do there. So, like, I was like, boom, popped up on my phone. Like, y'all know how phones be. So it popped up on my phone. Uh, what did it say? Do you want to learn animation? I said, nigga, do I? Boy, I ain't never clicked. I almost pushed a hole through my phone how fast I clicked that button. Like, bro, I signed up for that shit so fast, bro. And I signed up for 3D character animation, like to go to college for that. Um, and I do realize like you don't have to go to college to be in that field, but people have to realize it's gonna be a lot more difficult to get into a field like that that's so specific if you don't like, my bad, how can I put it? College is made for you to go and use the tools because I have a different outlook on school now, right? So to me, looking back on how school is compared to what I was thinking it was, I have a whole new outlook. So now I'm using school for the tools, not for the knowledge. Like I can go teach myself how to do a lot of the stuff that I need to know how to do. I'm not going to learn everything. That's what college is for. I can move to LA and go pursue the jobs that I want to pursue. But a big part of getting into those jobs is knowing somebody. That's what college is for. You get written letters of recommendation. You know people that know people. You get, you know what I'm saying? You get eyes on you. You get to be viewed. They're going to give you tools out the gate that, you know what I'm saying, you can use in order to handle that business. Like, so when I applied, they shipped me a tech kit that had a laptop, a headset, a $1,200 um it had a $1,200 uh graphics tablet, big screen, the big screen, a couple textbooks, and that's all I really needed for the time because I was working on a PC, like one of them older PCs, and it didn't have the processing units I needed or the graphics card I needed to do was gonna need to be done. So I use that PC for business and stuff now. So from then, that's when we started diving into it. Like they're giving you $3,000 programs to work on, not just one, multiple. This is Nuke, this is Maya, this is Moto Katana, this is what InDesign? No, not InDesign, but this is what Substance Painter. This is how you do this. This is how you do that, and it's blowing my mind, bro. Like it's blowing my mind because when it comes to animation, I'm so passionate about it. It's like I want to learn any and everything that can make me the best of the best. You feel me? And it's so much so that after I graduate college, I'm gonna take up two more programs, very popular and well-known programs that are like 6 months apiece. I'm gonna take them up as well in order to kind of push myself ahead, like, or kind of like let me know what the expectation is while I'm doing all that, or make me even more advanced. You feel me? Like that's how passionate I am about it. Like I'm gonna go the extra mile because you have to understand, uh, in every creative industry, boom, 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 it's it's a competition. Like you're competing against other people, right? And the thing about competition is, in the words of the late great Kobe Bryant, R.I.P. Kobe, the job's not done. You feel me? You have to practice. You have to practice more. You have to practice some more. And then you have to practice more than the other people that do the same thing you do are practicing. Then you have to go compete against the people that practice just like you practice. That's how you determine who's the best. You feel me? So you have to put in those hours. You have to put in those hours. I learned that from a book called The Gucci Man Guide to Greatness. I read that book at least 3 times a month because it's such a good read. It's such a good read. So with that being said, that's what I did. That's what I do now. And I started practicing so much. Every time anybody would call me, "What you doing?" "I'm working on a project." "What you doing?" "Working on a project." "What you doing?" "Working on a project." Started subscribing to people that had like Patreons and uh, what skill shares on everything I need to know about the industry, how to do certain stuff. Because if it took you 10 years to learn something, right? And then you teach me that in a week, of course I'm gonna be better than you because what took you 10 years to learn, it took me a week to learn. So of course I'm gonna be a little bit more elevated and advanced than you. So I'm taking knowledge from past animators. I'm going in, bro. Like I'm boom, 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 boom. I'm learning this program, that program. I can download this to do this. I can go buy that to do this. And man, like I've been cold ever since. Y'all will see my work soon enough. But for now, I'm trying to establish this platform so we can get up to that point. And that's when I'm gonna start asking for like, y'all gonna see. But yeah, that like, bro, I'm good at what I do. Put it like that. So now it's to the point where creating a T-shirt that's elementary to me. Like creating a logo is elementary to me. Now I'm at the point where I'm making logos move. I'm making like designs. I'm editing videos. I'm making special effects. I'm making visual effects. And that's what I want to do. Like I want to do 3D animation, but I want to do it how I want to do it. And that's what I'm passionate about. And like I told you earlier, it's nothing wrong with having a job. Like my dream job is to be able to create that. Like I want to make animations. I want to make so and dang, what was I about to say? Yeah, my dream job is that's what I want to do. And little did I know, bro, animators get paid six figures, bro. Like they get paid six figures. I didn't know that, but I saw a quote by Bernie Mac a long time ago. It said, you're not doing it for the money. You're doing it because you love to do it. You feel me? The money is gonna come. The money's always gonna come. That statement ain't never gonna be more true. They print new money every day, bro. The money is gonna come. That's okay. Do it because you love to do it. I went to college for something that I love to do. I didn't even know you could go to college for that. They told me straight up, you ain't gotta take no prerequisites or none of that. We don't care about that stuff. We care about can you do this. So yeah, that's what I did, bro. And I went down that avenue and I ain't never turned back. Now I know a lot of people, um, they'll say like I don't know what I want to go to college for, and yada yada yada, and blah blah blah. I say go to college for what you want to go to college for. You don't have to go to be a doctor. You don't have to go to be a nurse. You don't have to go to be a vet tech or a veterinarian. You don't have to go to be a mechanical engineer, or go to college for what you want to go to college for. And if you don't know what you want to go to college for, then don't go to college. Because what are you doing? You're not going to love it. You're not going to like it. You're not going to want to do it. Like you just going to college so you could do something that somebody else wants you to do. That doesn't make sense. Go to college for what you want to go to college for. It'll change your life. And I think I end this episode off as a podcast episode. You know what I'm saying? Just so y'all can get a little bit more in depth of who I am and what I like to do. I guess. Yeah, I guess we could turn that into that. Um, and then I just make the next video a reaction video. Boom. So that way, like, if y'all want to know about that, y'all can watch that. If y'all want to, yeah, we separating the mass. So yeah, man, that's kind of what that was, bro. And that's my advice on that. So that'll be it for this episode, man. It's your boy Jada Gemini. I'm out.